and welcome viewers. Today is the 5th of April. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given a call that all of us need to be together and need to fight the negativity and the darkness of this entire corona war that we are fighting by staying together, and at 9 p.m. for 9 minutes tonight to light a diya, a candle, a torch, or even a flashlight of your cell phone. That's the call that has been given by the Prime Minister, and we are calling it here Diya Jalao Bharat Jodo. And today we are going to ask Sadhguru ji, what is this whole effort all about? Namaskaram Sadhguru ji, and thank you very much for joining me. And really what we thought was a positive development has become an advice that we need on this show this morning, Sadhguru ji, for challenging times. And Sadhguru ji, I want to ask you, Diya Jalao Bharat Jodo is the call given by the Prime Minister. But the critics have come out of the woodwork, and all of them have questioned that he is promoting, in a way, superstition, astrology, and invoking the gods, and doing completely unscientific things, misguiding this nation, not giving responses to the scientific cures and means in which to fight this coronavirus war, but misleading the whole country. How do you view this, Sadhguru ji?
Well, all these accusations would be perfectly correct if nothing else was being done and we said only lighting the lamp is a solution, then definitely these accusations would stick, and they must stick. Everything possible is being done. Right now, keeping the nation together is an important aspect, because without people's cooperation, no matter what the government does, we are not going to be successful in this effort to beat the virus. So, getting people together, you have to do something. What is that something we can do? First day, a week ago, I think we clapped, some people beat their thalis and this and that. Well, will beating the thali chase away the virus? Did anybody think so? That is silly if somebody is thinking like that. So lighting the lamp, will the virus go away? That is absolutely silly. It is just that human beings need some cohesive action to come together. But there are always people who are looking at things in the name of science, but there is nothing scientific about this commentary that you're getting right now. These WhatsApp scientists, if you have to call them that, who think they are men of science, but they are not. True man of science will be of a different kind. I must tell you this example. A Danish atomic scientist who is also a Nobel Prize winner, Niels Bohr, once had a friend visiting his home. The friend, as he was walking into the house, he saw a horseshoe that was fixed at the entrance of the house. He said, "You are dedicated to science, you are a man of science. How can you believe in these superstitions that this horseshoe will bring luck for you, good luck for you?" So Niels Bohr said, no, I don't believe in such things. But they say even if you don't believe, it still works. Whether you believe or not, it still works. So, because a man of science knows that what we know is very little, what we do not know is immense. Having said that, we need to understand this. Life has happened here on this planet mainly because of the fire of the sun. So generally in the yogic culture, in the yogic sciences, we look at life as a composition of 5 basic elements: earth, fire, water, wind and space. These 5 elements come together. The entire creation is just the mischief of 5 elements. When Adi Yogi was asked by the seven sages, what is the nature of this existence? How is it that it is so limitless and variety of things happening? He was bored with this question, so he said like this. He said, just five. The entire creation is the mischief of five elements. If you have mastery over these five elements, in many ways you have mastery over life. And hence the basic foundations of the yogic science is called Bhuta Shuddhi. That means cleansing and mastering the five elements. If you get what is called as Bhuta Siddhi, that means the five elements in your system, if you have grasp over that, you have grasp over your entire life process. This is what yoga is about. People may be twisting and turning and thinking they're doing yoga, all they're trying to do is get some kind of handle on their five elements. In this, fire is a very important aspect of making this life. See, if you want to check whether somebody is alive or dead, you check whether there is still warmth or not. Well now, whether somebody has virus or not, for this also you put a thermometer. What does it mean? You're checking whether the fire is too high or not. So, fire is seen as a significant element which makes life happen. It's not the only thing, all the five are important. But when it comes to warding off things, fire is always very important. There are many things that I can say that people will just dismiss as superstition, but there is a very powerful process called klesha nashana kriya. That means, like you have… See, right now, well, every medical person is telling you, you must wash your hands 5–10 times a day. What do you wash your hands with? With water. Unfortunately, we are going into a severe summer, this water can become a big issue. How to wash your hands will become a big challenge in the rural areas of this country, that's another matter. So you're washing with one element called water. Similarly, you can have a wind wash, a fire wash. Like this, there are different aspects. The fire wash is called as klesha nashana kriya. Well, this may be crudely practiced in various parts of the country. They call it dishti, I don't know what they call it in North India. If people feel some negative impact is there, they will do some fire wash. Well, people may want to dismiss this off as a superstition, but let me tell you right now, many doctors and scientists are recording this. Some of them are because this is we have this ailment, so I'm saying some of these doctors are working in Harvard Medical School. This klesha nashana kriya, what kind of benefit it creates is being recorded here at the Isha Yoga Center. We were doing this for certain purposes, for physical health and chronic ailments and stuff. But we stumbled upon this, that children with, attention deficiency syndromes, ADDH and things like that, they have responded phenomenally well. We never expected this will happen. They have responded phenomenally well. All this is being documented, it will come out in a little while, probably in the next year or so. Why I'm saying this is the kind of impacts elements have. After a hard day in your work, whatever that is, if you go back home, if you just take a shower, shower is not just about washing your skin. If you just stand under the shower for a few minutes and come out, do you feel like you're almost like born again? A whole burst of new energy, every human being experiences. So, what is water doing to you? Because 72% of your body is water, and the water that you pour over your body, the water that you consume has impact. Similarly, fire has its impact. Well, you can't drink fire, nor can it touch your body, so there is a way to do fire wash. So this is part of it. Every day in your life, you must light an oil lamp and stay in its presence for a period of time, because it'll ward off many things, it'll cleanse many things for your system, because you are a composition of these five elements and fire is a significant part. This is not today, forever. Whenever epidemics happened in this country, one important thing is to have fire burning all the time in the house. This is a very important part of, warding off infections and things like that. If it is airborne, especially if it's airborne, having fire around you will help. Please don't do it just for 9 minutes. Till this entire episode is over or for always in your life, there must be some kind of a lamp burning around you, somewhere close by. This will do wonders to you. Please experiment and see, don't go by what I say. Experiment and see, always this does wonderful things to you.
But then Sadhguruji, there will be a whole tribe of people who will come out and accuse you that you are propagating
Yes, sir.
Hindu traditions, rituals, call it whatever, and you're imposing your religious your religious symbols on other people, and there are other religions who live in this country, and therefore this may not be a secular principle that you're putting forth.
I think that's why, thinking through this, they said a lamp or a candle covers one more religion, and if you don't belong to any, you got a cell phone light. I think everybody belongs to cell phone religion today. Everybody has a mobile phone, so even that will go.
That's true.
I would say that is not a good way to do. You light an oil lamp with vegetable oil, it'll make a big difference. Let it be around you. If you sleep, if you can find a safe place in your room where a small oil lamp is burning, you will see it'll make a lot of difference for you. Just being in the presence of that fire makes a big difference. It has to be vegetable oils. So, you want to flash a cell phone because you have some issue or you are someplace where you can't light a lamp, that is different. Now, probably what the Prime Minister is talking is about, bringing the nation together, some act to bring the nation together. That is one dimension. I'm speaking about the yogic part of it. The science of yoga clearly establishes this, and we know this by our experience. By having a small piece of fire in the form of a lamp burning around you, you will see, especially when you're physically not well, it is very, very important to have that. Don't just turn it off blow it out after 9 minutes. Let it be on in your house, let it be always on. And calling this Hindu, calling this Muslim, calling this something else is ridiculous. I think I don't want to get into the political commentaries in the country, that's not my terrain to enter. But what I'm saying is, if you're against light, which is very important for human visual apparatus because we are made this way that we see best when there is light. So don't be against light, it's not good for you. And don't be against fire because if the fire of life goes away, there is nothing left in you, all right? But we need to understand this, not just our country. The richest nations in the world are not equipped to handle this kind of viral infection. This kind of pandemic, you are seeing United States, UK, Spain, Italy not able to handle, totally out of control. The only way we could succeed is with people coming together, people participating in this. Without absolute involvement of people, we can't make this happen. We are not going to make this happen. People are saying, test, test, test. Are you going to test 1.4 billion people? You think it's a possibility? Is there such a realistic possibility that you can test the entire population? Anyway, if I test today and I test negative today, tomorrow I may be positive. So every day, will you check 1.4 billion people? Yes, tests must be done randomly so that… just to get the sample. Wherever there are symptoms, absolutely tests must be done. But the most important thing is people coming together as one nation. Do whatever you have to do. So people who have problems with a lamp or a candle or whatever, people who have problem with light, let them come up with a suggestion. Let us all do one thing in the country, so just a solidarity that we are together, we will win this together, because if we are not together, we are not going to win this. If beyond religion, beyond caste, beyond creed, beyond racial feelings, beyond gender, if we do not come together, we will not win this war against this virus. This is a war. We have to come together. So, find some other way. If you have a better way, on 5th, that is today, we will do the lamp lighting. The critics, please light the lamp, and you come up on 10th what we should do. Whatever you say, let's do that. Maybe you don't
So
have a
what you're
say, so
saying-
you're complaining.
What you're saying essentially, Sadhguru ji, this is about cohesion, this is about a unity call, this is about keeping people together in the times of strife. You know, this is not about spiritualism, superstition, or you know, any kind of rituals of any religion.
It's definitely not. Where is it religion, where is it, I don't know where it is in Hinduism that at 9 o'clock you have to light a lamp. I don't think there's any such ritual anywhere. People may light lamps in their puja rooms or in the temples, that's a different matter, but where does anybody light a lamp at a specific time in the evening? There is no such thing. People were lighting a lamp when sun is setting because that was the only light they had in their homes at one time. Now electric light came, largely it's gone out. So there is no such thing. I'm saying, right now this has been suggested, let us do it. It doesn't matter, you like it, you don't like it, whoever you are, please do it. You come up with another suggestion. For 10th April, we will all do it happily, all right? Because it's important that nation stands together. In this, the only enemy right now is virus. Don't create other enemies among ourselves because we can't afford that. As a nation, we can't afford that. In all this talk, please be conscious. Suppose we have to extend the lockdown for another 3 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever, just imagine what will happen to our economy, what will happen to our agricultural activity. Already there's immense suffering in the villages because people don't know what to do with the vegetables they have grown. Whatever they have grown, they can't take it to the market, there's no market, nobody's buying it. You don't understand the complexity of these problems. There are too many problems. This must end in 3 weeks. If it has to end in 3 weeks, it's extremely important every one of us participate and ensure that in some way we beat the virus down to whatever extent we can, that it doesn't spread seamlessly, it shouldn't spread in the community. So let us do this, this is not about, you joining Bharatiya Janata Party or supporting a Prime Minister or Narendra Modi. We must understand, we must see the man as our Prime Minister right now, not as the head of a political party, because that's not important. Which political party he belongs to, what religion he comes from, what he believes in personally, these are not the issues for now. For now, the only thing is we need resolute leadership, which fortunately the central government and the state governments largely across the country, every state government is showing enormous leadership. Our police forces are acting with utmost responsibility, our medical personnel are acting, in a selfless way. When all this is happening, the citizens must just cooperate. How to bring them together? If you don't like lamp lighting, today let's do lamp lighting. After that, one day we will all blow the lamp, all right? Do whatever you want, but the important thing is the nation must come together. Let's make that happen.
Sadhguruji, I want to ask you, and many people have been curious because the Prime Minister has been meeting people from different walks of life, and a few days ago he met with you and several other spiritual leaders and people from various faiths. I want to ask you, Sadhguruji, if you could give us an insight into what was this conversation with the Prime Minister. Was there some fear, some worries that he shared with you? What can you tell us? What can you let us know without, of course, revealing the greater secret details that he may have shared with you?
Well, it is not a secret meeting. I thought the videos were put out also. I saw that some of the television channels put it out. So there is no secret meeting. He not only met spiritual leaders, he met radio jockeys, he met sports persons, he met industry, all kinds of people. Because this is leadership. If you do not get the cooperation of different segments of the society, how will you win such a massive challenge? How will you get across such a massive challenge? So one thing, the spiritual organizations and religious heads, because there were people from various religions and spiritual organizations also, these are the organizations which have enormous reach in the society. Millions of people adhere to what we say. When this is the case, is it not very important for the Prime Minister to get the cooperation of these people so that they give out a call to all the people who follow them that please follow this protocol? Well, if you want to know the details of the meeting, he gave each one of us a few minutes to speak and say whatever opinions we have, what we are doing, is there any support we need. Well, some people went into elaborate description of whatever work they're doing. Some of us did not go into that because the time was limited and we didn't want to bother the Prime Minister who is sitting on the job full on, to tell him we are distributing so many lakhs of masks, we are giving gloves, we are giving sanitizer. I don't want to say such things. So my concern, before it started unfolding, now it started unfolding in the last 3-4 days, is the rural population, the farm activity. I insisted the farm activity must be allowed to happen after this 14th April, whatever the situation, whatever the pandemic situation, with the necessary strictures, farm activity must be allowed, otherwise the food security of the nation will be severely hit. Our work, 70% of the foundation's work is in rural India, so we know the pulse of rural India and we know if this activity doesn't happen now. In North India, it's at the harvest time, that is one kind of problem. In southern India, from now on, from 14th April onwards, this is the time when preparation for the next crop, the land preparation begins. If we don't do this work now, the next crop won't come, that is not at all good for the country. Right now, distribution is a challenge, but once the availability of food becomes a challenge, then that is not a challenge you can handle, in a situation like this. So, this is a suggestion I made. Many people were talking about various things that they have done. Many other suggestions came from different people. It's not for me to talk about what they spoke, but this is what was the main submission that I made. And above all, you have to appreciate the resoluteness with both the Prime Minister and almost every Chief Minister in the country is going. Whatever issues you have with them, whatever opinions you have about them, this is not the time for that. This is a time that we come under the umbrella of the administration and do the best that we can do.
That's so very well said. It is in a way common sense, but common sense is not very common, and therefore it's so important to spread this message. Sadhguru ji, we do hope that what you have expressed, every single citizen of this country comes together at 9 p.m. Tonight for 9 minutes, lights a candle or a diya or a torch or a cell phone flashlight, and as you said, even politicians from different sides of the fences, every chief minister, every minister in the central government, and of course led by the Prime Minister and his entire cabinet, we hope all of them come together just for the unity of India, just to say that hum saath saath hain. And I want to ask you, Sadhguru ji, before you go, what are you going to be doing at 9 p.m. this evening on Sunday?
Tonight what we do, we will record it and send it to you. We'll do something spectacular. When we do something, we better do it well.
Okay, so may I make a special request? Can we connect to you technologically, virtually at 9 p.m. so that we see the spectacle that you put out, something that will motivate this entire country, the light that will spread will actually light up every single dark corner of everybody's homes and every corner of this country.
Yes, we can do that for you.
Thank you very much, Sadhguru ji. Thank you for joining me on this episode, and today is a special episode. Thank you very much for speaking to us and giving us the importance of this entire move of Diya Jalao Bharat
I don't
Jodo.
know if you see the flames in the background. Do you see the flames in the background?
Yes, I can.
Yes.
And
So
I
this is
didn't miss it. You were telling us the importance.
This is a mural of Yogi's life's journey. Starting from earth, fire, water, it is going… This is considered, I don't know if it's a fact, but many people say this is the largest mural in the world. It is 2,880 square feet of mural showing Yogi's journey.
As always, thank you very much for joining us. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
And a big thank you on behalf of our viewers whose hand you have been holding through this entire difficult journey.